Okay, so today we're going to go through a series of squats and lower extremity strengthening. We're going to start with the two-leg squat. So here is a band we're going to add to his knees. Squats are really good to help activate kind of lateral hip complex in the entire glute series, which helps keep those knees in good position, can help with anything related to foot, ankle, knee, hip, back, truly. And the thing that's most important is making sure the knees don't drop into an inside position, that they don't come forward, and that we're really working on shifting those hips back first. We're going to push your knee out into the back, which is actually going to make the glutes fire on a little bit more, kind of helps them. And as you start to squat, the hips move first, and kind of at the same time, sit your bum back and push those knees out into the band. And so as he does that, he pushes out, pushes into the band, the knees track nicely, kind of right on top of those toes. He sits his bum back and then comes right back up. He keeps his big toe knuckle down, which also helps give good pressure all the way through, but most of the weight isn't in his forefoot, it's mostly in that heel with it. So this is really good for our sit to stands, working through just the initial movement patterns. However, single leg is kind of where life happens. We don't do anything, we don't hop around on two legs. We do everything in life on single leg, with one foot and then the other, so you can be able to control in single leg. So even just getting used to a single leg stance, so you're going to stand on one leg. Weight through is going to be through the heel, pushing the knee out, and keeping shoulder on hip, on knee on foot. So we're not dropping the upper body over, he's not letting his hip fall in, his knee is always in good position. I want to pretend that this one isn't going to move, and then he can actually swing that leg, the leg that's not weight bearing, forward, to the side, to the back. Truly, it doesn't matter what the other leg is doing. It's more so that this is staying in a nice neutral position, because it all matters about that core, the hip complex, and that helps control the knee. The knee is truly the dumb joint. It does whatever the hip and foot tell it to do. So we keep the foot and the hip and kind of whole lumbar pelvic core complex activated as he's moving the other leg. This can then be transitioned into a single leg squat. So weight through your heel, toes forward, same rules as before. Tummy's going to stay tight, and you're going to push that knee out into good position. The back leg to start as a transition is just going to be an assist, but it acts more like a kickstand, so it's not taking a lot of weight for him. And then he's going to move in the exact same way as we did for the two-leg squats. The hip goes back, weight through the heels, keep the chest up, and again, knee is in really good position, toes are facing forward, big toe knuckle is still down, but yet most of the weight is still through his heel. If he feels comfortable with this, he can lift the other leg off and then continue on. But going up and down the stairs, running, all of this is super important to make sure we've got good lateral hip complex control. We don't have the body leaning over, knee is in a really good position. Working through lower extremity positioning is really important in sports. So this is great for being static, but when we want to move into more movement-based drills, kind of like being on a court or on a field. If you're going into defending or offense, when we move forward and back, if the knee drops into poor position, that's where a lot of injuries can happen. And again, it's about what the foot and hip are doing. So working into something like a monster walk works really nicely. So same kind of rules apply. Weight through the heel, push the knees push out into that good position, and you're in your athletic ready. So arms are always in that good defending position. As he steps forward, he's going to push his knee out into the band, so it's not going to drop in, because I want him to be able to come forward and to come back without the knee dropping in. One, it keeps him safer, and two, it actually makes the glutes activate a little bit more, so that it makes him more powerful. So athletic ready, butt goes back, knees push out. I'm going to step one leg forward, and notice that he doesn't drop in on the leg that's coming through. He's still pushing out, keeping chest up, and then moves back through. This is good for our forward-backward movements on the field and on the court. The other movements that are really good and that you can pair alongside with this, exact same principles, but it's his lateral walk. So he's going to sink his bum in the exact same position. Do not let those knees come in, so he pushes out into that good position. Toes stay forward. And as he moves to the side, if he moved and the foot led, the knee would drop into a poor position, again, putting everything at risk on this whole side, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, foot. So he leads the motion with the knee, and then the foot comes along to bum, athletic ready, chest up, lead with the knees, side step. He does not have to be into big wide steps. If he would move into wider steps, he actually has to sink a lot lower to get into that position. And this is athletic position. This is where he's going to move around the court, around the field with it. Lunges is a really nice exercise to work through different parts of movement and to work through different positions that you're going to have to be in throughout your day. So when we do a lunge, we really want to make sure that we're stepping a really nice distance apart, because you need to be able to drop that back leg straight down and keep the front knee right over top of the ankle. And what we don't want is that knee to drop in, because again, that takes away that lateral hip control. You want to make sure knee stays out in good position. And that, again, most of the weight is through the heel, but the big toe knuckle is still down as you drive straight down and straight up. So he's going to step really far forward and then keep his tummy on nice and tight, which keeps him nice and upright. He's going to drop that back leg straight down to the ground, which still allows that control of his knee right on top of his ankle. If he was to come forward, which is wrong, he would be driving forward and his knee would be significantly in front of his toes, which will give him a lot of front knee pain, which actually can hurt the back leg as well. So we really want to make sure heel is driving, he's driving that back leg straight down and straight up.